Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Now I see it. Now I see it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yep. Okay.
Right. What it is, from the left side here,
Yeah.
this project is actually two different chainages coming, A1 and A14.
Okay.
But at the moment, I have, from the beginning to the end, I have put the A14 one chainage.
Okay.
But basically, I need to split. So I need to split around some point here.
And what?
I need to split the chain.
Yeah. And what is the chainage of the A1 and the A14? Give me some numbers.
I need to have a look at A1. A14 is the one as it is now, but I need to check him for the A1 chainage. Give me 1 second there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this takes a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? So you know you were saying about how it'd be good to do that on ABC. What's no good? So that's what you're looking at. So what this is showing is that it's effectively showing doesn't tell you what mark, you know, area like west and stuff like that. That's cool. It's just showing that low in low cycle and the average of an hour. It's just on the whole project. This is on where that section is the text on a completely different project. I'm just showing you what could be done right.
Right.
You haven't got anything in there, have you?
No, they're using the different name. 1 second. Some of them using this name and the other one, because it's section 2, they use with a different name.
Really?
So, yeah, they used two different names.
Not a good thing to do that.
Yeah, because it's a section planner. They've been using their own name.
Usually defined down below, I think.
Yeah, it will be TILOS.
So this is what I mean. Load time, drive distance and time, rate each load, load today, hours down to that, how many hours is that done, have you got to be good, have you got that, what you really understand that time.
Okay, there you go, chart, yeah.
Right. The engine not on.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the lowest chainage then?
That one is the A14 chainage.
A14.
Still I need to find out the A1 chainage.
Okay. Well, let's just make something up. Okay.
Yeah, we assume something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But you will need another column in here. But go back to the column. Go back to the column sheet.
So your original
Go back to P6. There's somebody else talking very loudly in the background.
Yeah, they
So go back to
they are meeting.
P6.
P6. Okay. Okay.
Add another column.
This is kind of where I'm starting to try and capture what either looks like.
Just add a column. Just add a column.
Yeah, I need to put a UDF.
Yeah. So use file. So go down to the TILOS one. You should be able to filter them out anyway. Quicker.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, to TILOS.
Period measure which was on averaging up there.
Gone too far.
Yeah, TILOS. Yeah.
Okay. Sub-project ID. TILOS sub-project ID. Yeah. Move that across.
Okay.
Okay. Say okay. Okay, so in there, you're going to have to use. I can't really hear myself talk. It can't be right.
Yeah.
So in there, you're going to have to put either A1 or A14.
Okay. Okay.
Because you could have the same chainage, but on a different part of the plan. See what I mean? Yeah. So,
no, they're using the different chainage as well. A1 got different chainage, and A14 got different chainage as well. So, do you think I need to create 2 columns for the A1 chainage as well?
No, there's still 2 columns for chainage, start chainage and end chainage, but you've got to say. You've got to say. Listen to me. You've got to say which sub-project this task belongs to. Is it on the A1 or is it on the A14? And I shall show you. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to take control back. Now I understand what you're talking about. If you could move away from those guys, or if you could cover the mouth or something, but it's not on the recording. You won't be able to hear me talk because they're just shouting down your phone.
Yeah, can you hear me? I was hiding.
I can hear you, but that's okay. But in a minute ago, it was just really booming, as you'll hear when you listen back to the recording.
Yeah. Okay.
So all the tasks we've got here are all part of the A1, are they? All these things
up to some extent. This one where you have him now is the A1. If you go in further, further towards right, is A14 starts some point.
God, I don't know. See, I don't really know what you're talking about. I've got to say.
Okay.
I mean, what I would do, the classic way to do this would be it's a sub project. Okay. So so this one here, I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to call this. That's the A14. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to make. And you've got one called new sub-project. I don't know why you've done that. Probably didn't know what you were doing. And I'm going to call this the A1. Okay. But the ID number here, I'm also going to call it the A1. And this is what you've got to put into P6. This bit here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the TILOS sub-project. We've got one called A1, and we got one called A14. Okay.
A14. Yeah.
So when you import it, you need to say which is which. Okay.
Okay.
And when you do the file import part of it, you also need to include the TILOS sub-project ID as one of the additional fields.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we've got 2. So now we need to reduce the zoom scale. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. And I'm going to insert a new column, okay?
Okay.
So just here, it's tiny, but just here is a new column, right?
All right, okay.
Yeah, and if I click here, this cell, it's looking at this on the cell settings tab, it's looking at the A14 sub-project, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So on this cell, we could say, well, the A14 starts at, just out of interest, say 21,000.
Okay.
So this one is going to start from, so wait, we have,
5,000.
I haven't finished, I haven't finished yet. So the really important thing now is that we make this cell a time distance cell, Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to call this A1 time distance. That's just a label. What it contains is just the task coming from the A1 sub-project. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to inherit the time from the one on the right hand side. Okay, so we don't have to enter a time range. This time range is the same as the cell over here.
Yes, now, only the distance.
But now we're going to say, well, from 14,000, okay, we've got to make the end value. So we're going up to 21,000. Or I don't know, I'm making this up. I don't know what you've got. So
yeah, it's fine. I will make it later.
Yeah. So that cell, now if in P6, if you've got a column that's got sub-project, TILOS sub-project is A1, all the tasks will go into here. Yeah?
Yep.
And so in here, it's got its own grid line set, whatever you've got in there, its own horizontal grid line set, whatever you've got in there. I don't know what you've got in there. Months and weeks, sectors, kilometers and minutes. Okay, so the one thing, if you click this on the cell settings tab, and you've got to do this manually, this setting here sets the horizontal scale. You want them to be the same. So when you finish mucking about with it, you say, okay, this one's 20. So I'm going to make this one also 20, and they will be exactly the same relative scale. Okay.
Okay.
This cell, of course, we're going to make this cell into a distance cell. Okay, and I just want to see what the content of this one is called. So this one's got something called ruler simple. So it's a distance cell. It's got ruler simple, which is the same as we've got on the right hand side, which we could do a lot better with. And we're going to pick up the distance value from the one below. So if we zoom in on this bit here, this is the other thing I want to talk about. The scale of this is absolutely mad. That ends at 20, but we could end that. We could end that at 90,000, for example. Okay. So the different ones on that side to this side, and the same thing with the map. You need to chop up the map so that a bit of it goes on the left hand side, a bit of it goes on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Is that understandable?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's just talk about. Look, I'm knocking the zoom scale down to. I'm going to put the zoom scale to 100%. Okay.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is I want to go to print settings, and I'm going to choose an A0 piece of paper, landscape, and I'm going to show you the pagination on screen. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it very small. So I'm going to make it 1% of. I can't make it any smaller than that.
Yeah, the minimum 5.
Yeah, and okay, we've got fit to page. That's why. And I've got the view scale, so it's 18 A0 pages wide. Why is it so noisy in your office? And it's 8 pages deep.
Yeah.
So do you understand that this is ridiculously big?
Yeah, but the reason being,
why is the reason? Why is that? You inherited this one.
Because
and
no, we done this one on 3 meter length paper for the office.
Yeah, but look how big it is.
So,
and so it doesn't have to be this big. So if I go to 100, you've only got it there. So you fit it to one A0 page. And that is a zoom factor of, so if we say, so that's a zoom factor of 95%. So everything that you've got on screen is reduced by 95%. So if you go to 100%,
okay,
and we find, say, that ruler, okay, that ruler. That ruler there is using a font of 36 point. Okay. But what's being printed is something that is only 5% of that size.
All right, okay.
So whoever set this up, and I've phoned up a dozen times to various planners on your project. So who's the planning manager now on your project?
It's still Gerard.
Okay, well you tell Gerard, you and I have had a chat, and
Yeah.
Richard's still banging on about the fact that this file needs sorting out in its font sizes. I have offered to take this off you for 2 days and give it back where these fonts are something normal, like 10 point, and everything is reduced using regular size font, and it all fits on 2 A0 sheets. You don't have this ridiculous scaling, because you've inherited this off another Indian guy who used to work for Belfast, and he got it off another guy, and I don't know who, and I know it just works for him now, but it's absolutely crazy.
Okay.
And so you've got, so the text down here is 48 font, it's 48 point font. So that when you print it, like it's 8 point. So everything should be smaller physically, and the font should be a normal size, and it should be scaling. Oh, this is Kumar, I can't do this.
That's too noisy.
It's just crazy. You can't have it. See now, it's better now. You've got your mouth near the.
One of them gone. One of them are gone now.
Well, Waveband sounds a bit quiet. Oh, that's much better. Okay, wow, that's just I could think now. Do you understand what I'm saying though? So this is 48 point. Really, that should be something like 10 point font.
So Richard, sorry,
the physical size of this should be much smaller.
Okay. So if we print them on, this one is on a 3 meter length paper.
No, this at 100%. This prints out on the maximum you can print anyway is about 2.5. Are they coming back?
No. So on our plotter we can print them up to 3.2 meter.
Yeah, but the TILOS will only print to a maximum of 2 meters.
No, we did print them on 3 meter paper.
Well, you didn't do it out of TILOS. You scaled it up from it. You printed it smaller and then you zoomed it up again. Because the maximum that TILOS will do is 327 centimeters. So
yeah,
centimeters. So it'll go to 3 meters. Yeah, it'll go to 3 meters.
Yes. Yeah.
So if we said that it is, so if we said that we had a custom page size somewhere down here, and you said it was 300 centimeters wide, okay?
Yeah.
By, let's say,
by 9.1 and
9.1.
No, I'm sorry. So go up to 300. Yeah, 300. Oh no.
Right. What's the width? What's the width? Oh no, the width is 300.
Yeah, the width is 300, and this one is
100.
100 maybe. Yeah. Yes.
So that's going to print on 21 pages wide by 3 pages deep. I think that's the other way around. I think that's the other way around, because we got that on landscape. Okay, so that's going to print on 7 by 7 bits of paper, and so then you say print on 1 bit of paper. So it's all reduced. It's all reduced by 86%. So when you've got a 10 point font, if you had a 10 point font, that would be 0.86 font size. So you start at 40. You start at 48 point font, and then you multiply that by. I'm just doing that in Excel here, by 0.86. Oh, bugger, sorry, 48. So it's 40% of it. So a 48 point font comes out at 6.7 point font when you scale it to one page. So what you should be doing is starting with an image that is 300 meters, 300 centimeters wide and 100 centimeters deep, and that should be your 100% scale. And then everything, you should then have a font size it's like 8 point, and then there is no scaling when you print it.
Okay.
You see what I mean? You've somehow or other, and I've known about this for the last 2 or 3 years, and I've kept talking to Jared, sending him emails, leaving him voice messages saying, please give me this file, let me sort it out before we do any more work on it, because it's just crazy what you're doing. It'll lead to serious problems.
Okay.
I'm going to phone him up again after this. Anyway, there we go. Okay, I had to tell you about that. I don't know if you realise that.
Okay.
I mean, because you've had no training in TILOS, have you, Kima? So you're just picking it up and doing what somebody's asked you to do, and I'm showing you what you can do, and you're just learning it piecemeal. But it's not right.
Yep.
It's not right. It's not the way I would recommend to do it. And I've offered to fix it for free, but nobody's listening to me. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to send you this